If you have a problem you need help with, or you have what you think is an unanswerable question, we might have a solution. And while your computer can help, you don't need it. Eyewitness News reporter Walt Buteau has more in this week's Street Stories.
Forget about Google. There are real people nearby with real answers, only a phone call away.
Good afternoon, Reference Services.
Hi, this is Walt Buteau from Channel 12.
Oh, my goodness.
We'd like to do a story on you.
That's great. It's a wonderful service.
The calls come in from all over, as do questions on this chat portal. If you ever wondered who is responding when you ask RI,
Or we can mail it to you, whatever you prefer.
it's Beth Curran or one of her associates here at the Providence Public Library. You're like Google, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're like
kind of,
You're
yeah.
like Google. You're like Google for someone who only has a phone.
Right. Sometimes we use Google.
They do what?
Sometimes we use Google. People will call and say, I don't have a computer.
Sure, what is the title?
Sometimes they have an actual website.
To hold while I go get it for you?
Look up this website for me.
You're welcome, have a good day.
Answers are also pulled from one of their countless other resources, which might send Beth to a primitive device known as a card catalog. They look up recipes,
6, 7.5.
find obituaries,
We'll let you know either way.
search seemingly unimportant questions like, is the thing hanging over the arch on Federal Hill a pine cone or a pineapple?
1829, actually.
It turns out many questions are government related.
Why didn't I get my tax refund? That's a real popular
You got a
one.
lot of those this year, didn't you?
Oh, yes. And of course, we feel terrible because we can't really do anything about it, except tell them they're not alone.
She tells us librarians have been happily helping people answer questions and solve problems for decades.
Yep, I'll hold it for you. Would you like to see that one?
But this helps anyone without a computer, as well as others who get stumped with one,
Which is also a good book.
even if the way questions are asked and answered now would have shocked her decades ago.
All the years that librarians kept indexes and files and all kinds of resources so they're ready for questions. Oh, I would have been amazed if you told me I could just sit at a computer and find my answers.
And they're not the least bit worried that this story might bring more questions. They are ready to help. On Washington Street in Providence, Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.